guys, welcome to the newest episode of Bluray Tuesday with Terrell. All right, we're back, guys. I just got back from an awesome screening here in San Francisco at the Alamo Drafthouse here in San Francisco. They just had an awesome double feature for Brandon Cronenberg's films, Infinity Pool and Possessor. Awesome, right? So, Infinity Pool, I'm gonna tell y'all, I reviewed this a couple episodes ago, and I thought it was okay. I wasn't really too fond of it, but they showed the uncut version. I got to sit back knowing what happens and to kind of like dissect and kind of like feel what's happening in this movie, and I got to rewatch it for a second time. Had my popcorn, I was 2 beers in, and it was an experience. And then after the movie, it had Brandon Cronenberg was on stage, and he had a Q&A, and it was great. So, I will say, I don't remember what my star rating was, but I did like this movie a lot more than I did last time. The uncut version someone asked this question, what was different? Obviously, he ain't seen it before, so he asked this question. So what was different, I noticed, was there was a scene with more blood. And I noticed the part where there's this little kid. If y'all see this movie's been out since earlier this year. But when basically Alex Skarsgård's character, he ran somebody over, and they're in this area where the laws are a lot different. I don't know if this is some futuristic shit, but they be cloning bitches, right? So when he was gonna see his doppelganger die, there was a little boy, the brother of the person that was killed, he came and he had the opportunity to kill this man just for retribution for his son, his brother. So he was stabbing the fuck out of this man. So it's more blood. The infamous part when Mia Goth, great, she was great in this movie. Mia Goth was jacking off Mr. Skarsgård when he went to go take a piss, so he still got wet dick. Well, they show the dick this time. This wasn't in the one we saw in theaters originally, but we get the dick. And it was cool in the Q&A, they talked about this guy who actually made the prosthetic dick and all this stuff. But it was great. So that was that. So it was a lot more blood, a lot more dicks. There's one guy that I think the dick was in the old movie maybe, but his dick was too small. They should have cut that. There was an old man that was like, I don't know why they showed his little dick. It was so gross to me. I was disgusted. Anyways, but there was that scene, remember they slit their throats? Y'all remember that? Anyway, so that part's in there. But check it out. The Steelbook for the uncut edition is dropping soon. I can't remember the date, but I think it's in July sometime. So if you guys are interested in seeing this cut and you ain't going to the Alamo Drafthouse on this cool tour, then check out the Blu-ray. It's a cool Steelbook. It's a red cover with being Goth coming up to Alex Skarsgård on his neck like a vampire and shit. We're gonna get into some vampires later on in this episode, but stay tuned. But yeah, it was great. And he signed my Blu-rays. I ran my fat ass up there. And they did this little cool thing at the Q&A before the movie started. You could win like an LP, like an album for this movie or some shit. You had to say something about blueberry pie or blueberry pancakes or something in the Mia Goth voice. I guess it was a TikTok, I don't know. But anyways, I should have went up there. I probably would never listen to it, but it was kind of cool. Anyways, the person that after the Q&A, I ran up there. There was a guy in front of me. He wanted to get that signed. So Brandon Cronenberg was just there like, oh, okay. And the guy was like, do you have a pen? And obviously this man just came off the plane. He said he was jet lagged. He ain't got no motherfucking pen for you. But I had a pen. So I was like, all these people crowding around. And I was like, I have a pen, but make sure I'm next. If I'm gonna let you borrow this pen, I'm next. So I was next, and I got my little trophy. Look at Instagram, you'll see it. But he was really nice. Like, you know, you could tell he was tired. All of his under eye bags, there was serving, designer. But it was interesting. So it was great. Brandon Cronenberg, he was there. And Possessor is the second movie that was shown. And yeah, I just want to say, Infinity Pool, check that out again as the uncut version and see what y'all think. Moving on. All right, guys, so next up, I want to talk about a movie that I watched on Father's Day. And by the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who watching. Happy Father's Day to y'all. That's not an easy job. Mothers, fathers, kids is hard. Anyway, so I watched on Father's Day. I went to go visit my little brother. We all hung out. My mom, we all hung out as a family. We watched the movie. I said, what should we watch? We watched Super Mario Brothers again, which is great because the kids were all hanging out. But we watched Sisu. Bitch, let me tell you. I guess it's the same makers of John Wick 4, John Wick 3, 4, whatever. But this movie, okay, so I know there was a special screening for this. Overlook family went to go see this, and they told me, oh, it was a good movie. But I felt they underplayed how great this movie was. Like, watch it. Sisu, it's on Amazon Prime. This is the movie. For me, I wish I saw it in the theater. This is the movie of the year. Graphic, gory, that old ass man, he is action star of the year. He needs to be in Expendables 4. I saw a trailer for that, looks bad. But he's not in that movie. Why? He's the expendable of the Expendables, bitch. He be the final boss. Bitch, all right, I like that this man was in this movie. He had this gold, other little, I don't know, they Nazis, Germans, I don't know what the fuck they is, but they trying to kill this man. and they want that gold. They some greedy ass bitches, right? And you can't stop him. He got shot, he got burnt. He thought he lit himself on fire, bitch. How you gonna light yourself on fire and still live? He jumped in the water. How you could breathe that long, I don't know. He was hung, bitch, you crazy. This movie was insane. He was borderline superhero and Superman. He didn't speak, which I like. You know, sometimes you bitch don't talk. You're better that way. And he didn't speak to the end. Spoiler alert, but bitch, run me my money. That's what he said, run me my money. And that was the end of the movie. The movie's great. Action-packed, gory, bloody, amazing. I'm not gonna spoil this movie. No spoilers here, but that movie was great. I want y'all to go check it out. Sisu. I can't wait for that Blu-ray to drop. When that Blu-ray drops, just know when I'm representing it and talking about it, I'm gonna be spoiling it. But as of right now, go watch Sisu. Amazing movie. Movie of the year. Moving on. All right, next movie we want to talk about this past weekend, the Juneteenth movie of the weekend. Mind you, hella fucking movies hit theaters. You had Elemental from Disney, and Disney gotta get their coins. You had The Flash, which I wasn't about to go see that because I don't like Ezra Miller. All these charges this man got, he could still get his movie out. You know, his color is that dark. But you had The Blackening. That was the one I was here for. Horror comedy, I'm here for it. And bitch, it gave what it needed to be given. So, Blackening came out, I went to go see that movie. I missed the Wednesday showing. They had a Wednesday showing with extra scenes. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I missed it. We saw it Thursday. Me and the Overlook family. Mind you, let me tell you, I went to Cinemark, this is a side note. Bitch, I ordered a milkshake because I was trying to be fat. You know, I was supposed to be losing this 30 pounds. Oh, mind you guys, don't get to it, but I watched a short film today and I had a salad. I had only a salad today and some popcorn at the infinity pool. But bitch, I was trying. I felt like I should have lost like 10 pounds by now, bitch. I ate. All I had was a salad and popcorn and some mozzarella sticks, which are really good. But anyways, so, where was I? So, Cinemark, bitch, y'all crazy. This is a PSA for Cinemark. Y'all need to get your straws back. Over here in the Bay Area, they got paper straws. So, I ordered a cookies and cream. Bitch, not chocolate, strawberry, not vanilla, not on Neapolitan. Did I say that right? Neapolitan. Anyways, bitch, I got cookies and cream. There's cookies, there's chunks, there's thickness. And I like me some thickness. But when I ordered my milkshake, I was all excited, had my popcorn milkshake, ready for the Blackening, ready for some comedy. And I cannot. I got a straw, I remember I asked her, because they have paper straws, bitch. This is what I'm saying. So, I ordered a milkshake. Why you gonna give me a paper straw for a milkshake, bitch? What's that gonna do for me? So I poke it in, and I had to start sucking, you know? And it started coming out, but then once it's sitting in there, after a while, I'm not gonna drink that whole little thing. It only got one size and it's large, and bitch, I can't drink all that milkshake. So as I start trying to suck, the thing went al dente, bitch. That shit was like lost up, it was part of the milkshake. So how the hell am I gonna drink it? Oh, I was so mad. I was all into the movie. I had to like squeeze the cup and try to drink it, and it spilt on me. So I was mad. I didn't even finish it, girl. $6 down the drain. But I was so mad. So Cinemark, get you some better straws or give me a spoon next time, bitch. I would have worked for that milkshake because it was good. Anyways, I didn't finish it. But anyways, Blackening, great movie. So okay, let's get into it. So Blackening, I'm not gonna spoil because y'all need to go watch it. Juneteenth movie. It's about a group of friends, 7 friends. They have their little game night. They have a game night situation, and they went to this cabin. I don't know why they went to this specific cabin. I don't know if they've been here before, but they went to this cabin place, so this little, in the middle of forest and in a pond, and basically they're playing games. They play like Uno, Spades, Monopoly, bitch, I don't know. Anyways, I love it. All these characters, all different vibes. You had the girl who's like some attorney. You had the half white, half black girl that they all got the run of butt of all the jokes because she got some white in her. You got the gay, token gay, which is very much, I can identify with him. Everything that he did, I would do. Except for drive. And then you had the girl, Shanika, my favorite, bitch, the big girl, love her. She was like, she was ready to drink. And then when the attorney, she was hooking up with her ex who used to cheat on her. They were fucking, right? Time Shanika get in with her bottle of wine, the first thing she did was say, "You smell like dick." Bitch, I was dick. She was freshly fucked. And then she had the nerve to come downstairs and give her a hug. Bitch, did you shower? You wore the same outfit that you had on before you went to go fuck. Anyways, mind you, so this movie's about this group of friends who go to play this game. So there's this racist-ass game that's in this little dungeon. It got a black face with some 2 big-ass lips like a baboon, and it's like, ooh, play me, right? So basically this game is, these characters, these people have to play the game, they get asked these questions. So when they get asked these questions, basically the object of the game is you need to answer it correctly, otherwise one of y'all bitches gonna die, right? Does that sound crazy? So it's very diodrama, you know, in a sense of, You have a group of people that start dying one by one. You gotta pick people to die. That was one of the questions. And it's very funny. This movie has a lot of comedy to it. It was more comedy than horror. There's cool twists. I don't really want to spoil this, but I want to spoil this. This movie's great. I really liked it. I had a good time watching this. I think y'all should check this out in a theater with a group of friends. It wasn't that many people in our theater when we seen it, but our group was there, and it was an experience. That's all I gotta say. But the Blackening was great. Lots of key points, a lot of funny moments, a lot of questions that I was like, okay, like there's a question, like how many black people were in Friends? Like, bitch, I saw Friends, but I don't remember black people, but apparently Gabrielle Union was in it, and other people. We gotta watch the movie. But I don't know. I didn't know that that many black people was in Friends. I just remember a whole bunch of white people. It is what it is. And then, there's a couple moments of like twists and turns in this, but girl, you can catch this twist right when this shit hits the scene. You can see what's gonna be happening. But stay tuned, check it out, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did y'all watch Blackening? Did y'all celebrate Juneteenth while watching this movie? Let me know in the comments. Or did y'all go see The Flash? Like, let me know. Only reason why I want to see that motherfucking movie is for Michael Keaton. That's it. That's all. Period. Period. Give him a solid movie, bitch. Anybody want to see no Ezra Miller? Do you want to see Ezra Miller? I don't want to see Ezra Miller. But anyway, so check that out, Blackening, and let me know what y'all think. So another thing I watched over this weekend, I'm surprised I squeezed a lot of shit in, but I watched another movie on Netflix. So this movie, I'm not gonna spoil either, but I do want you guys to watch it. So this movie I highly recommend. It's called Death's Roulette on Netflix, so check this out. So this is a Spanish horror film, but it is dubbed for Netflix. If y'all don't want to listen to no motherfucking Spanish or read no subtitles, you could get a dubbed version, and the dubbed version is not that bad because I watched it that way too. But basically, it's about 7 people. So we're in the dial drama thing. It's very similar to The Blackening. So you get these 7 characters are in a room. They wake up and like, oh, how did we get here? And you have a flight attendant, you have a cop, you have a doctor, and then you have these other people. You have these 3 other people. You have the mom, the dad, and a daughter. So all these people are all an old man. So 7 people. So there's 7 of them in a room, like, oh, why are we here? So this little timer pops on. They're all getting to know who the fuck they is, and it's an hour. So the guy says it's like the saw, like, oh, this is the game. So basically they have 3 rules. One rule is they have to pick someone in this room to die. Second rule is that person has to accept their death. And third is no one could say, like, offer themselves up. They can't, like, sacrifice themselves for this thing to get y'all out of here. And if they could get through all these 3 rules and figure this out, they could all escape for free, right? Easy enough, right? But no, bitch, each room, they learn deeper and darker secrets as they go into different rooms. It's like a game, like Escape Room. It's like 9 Dead. It's like Saw. Merge those 3 movies together, you get this Death's Roulette. Each movie is twist after twist after twist. This is why I'm telling y'all to watch it. Bitch, I'm not gonna spoil this because it's so good. Like, you would think the people you don't think that should be it are it. Like, who? Crazy. Watch it. And you got people don't listen to the rules, so there's a lot of that happening. Bitch, listen to the rules. And then they get to different rooms and there's different games they have to play, different situations they have to put themselves in. And then some people be trying to lie, but the truth comes out. What's done in the dark, bitch, gonna come to light. And even in Mexico, it does. Check it out on Netflix if y'all need to watch it, because once I get this on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever the fuck it's gonna come on, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it. But I want y'all in these comments, let me know what y'all think. It has some blood, has some gore, has some mystery. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, I was snapping my fingers. I was enjoying this. Like, what the fuck? I was shocked. Check it out. I'm not spoiling it, bitch, watch it. All right, guys, so I want to reference another film. So a couple episodes ago, I think 2 episodes ago, I talked about a short film called Grimm. Well, this director also did a second short film called Abduction. So this is on YouTube on Shattered Windows Productions, so go check him out. Taylor, thanks for reaching out. You've been reaching out. You've been telling me to watch this movie. So I didn't get to see it till this today, actually, right before I headed out to go see Infinity Pool. But I watched Abduction. I'm not a big alien kind of guy. Like, I mean, I like aliens, and I feel like it's just overdone. Some alien shit I just ain't into. But bitch, we don't get into it. So, Abduction. It's a short film. It's only 12 minutes long, y'all. All right, it opens up with this beautiful shot. It's a drone shot. And you see this, like, town's place or whatnot. Very beautiful. Looks great. And then you get this girl, I think her name is Sarah. She's exiting like a DSW, or DSW shoes was behind it. A bitch was shopping, basically. And she exits. She's just like, oh, all happy, smiling, like blushed out. She looks so good. All right, bitch. And then she started walking. She see this man walk by, and she gives him an uneasy look. Like, bitch, ain't it Juneteenth? Like, bitch, why are you looking at him like that? Cause he brown? Anyway, so she looked uneasy, she looked scared. And bitch is just walking and walking and walking. And I was confused, because bitch, where's your car? So she had to walk down the alley. The man walked back. I'm like, ooh, so maybe he is suspicious. Because bitch, I thought she was just looking at him because he brown. She was scared, little Karen. Anyway, so Sarah's walking down the alley. Like, I don't know why the bitch parked down the street, down the alley and turned. But she went through and she goes to the car, right? She's like, oh, she's all rummaging through her car. She couldn't, she couldn't put her key in there. So anyway, she dropped the key and the guy come up and he grabbed her. I think he stabbed her with something. We didn't really see it. Short film. All right, and then we cut. And then she tied to a chair. She tied to a chair next to a blonde bitch. She's like, wake up, wake up. So the girl wakes up or whatever, and they're like, oh, we're stuck here. Untie yourself. Like, bitch, undo it. Like, can you do it, bitch? No. Anyways, and then these 3 men walk in. They must be aliens or they're infected, like the Night of the Snatchers, whatever the fuck that movie is, Beyond the Snatchers. Anyways, they walk in, the 3 men, and she's scared again because they all of color. You need to go to the dry cleaning. All their pants are wrinkled. Anyway, so they come in, the khakis, and they're talking. They have a very distorted voice. I had to put on subtitles because some of this shit I couldn't hear. But they put on their voice like, oh, you're the chosen one or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, so they're aliens, and they're like, they want to free her of some sort. Anyways, after that, she falls asleep. I don't know why. I don't know what that happened. Did I miss something? Anyway, she fell asleep, or it's a flashback. It's to her. I guess she had cancer. I was really sad at this point because I was like, oh, I was talking shit about this Karen. And then she had cancer. She had stage 4 cancer, and the doctor came into the office, or it was a bedroom, but it was a doctor's office, whatever. She was like, oh, I'm free, because she gets a text message later after it went to remission. So I don't know how she got stage 4 cancer, and it's a miracle, bitch, miracle. Maybe you are an alien too. I don't know. But after that, she wakes back up, and there's blood on her. So I guess blood splatters from somewhere, or she got stabbed. I don't know. We didn't see it. But she got blood on her. She's able to untie herself, and she escapes, right? So she's running, just running. I was like, go, girl, go. She actually run like a black girl. Anyway, so she out. But then the man that was chasing her earlier is following her. So they get caught up, and she bitch slaps him. I was like, yes. I was so happy. She bitch slapped this bitch. Anyways, he fell down. He big, too. I don't know how the hell she got superpower. She's Superwoman. Anyway, so she knocked him out, but then her ass ran, and there was a trap. There's like a little string. Like, have y'all played Resident Evil 4? You run through this string, you're gonna blow up? She didn't blow up, but she ran through the string and cut her neck, and she fell back. So she gets dragged away. And then they just, and then there's the end scene. So after that, they end up back. He's like, you're not getting away ever again. I was like, uh-oh, these aliens gonna fuck you, bitch. And they take her back, and then they do what they do. I'm not gonna spoil that last scene, but bitch, check it out on Shadow Windows Productions on YouTube. I mean, it was pretty solid. I think the production was really good on this one. I think they outdid themselves. I feel like if they had like more time, or they wanted to make a feature film out of this, they probably could have branched off upon this character and or the alien vibe, because I didn't really know what was going on. I mean, I liked it, but I like Grimm more, and apparently Grimm is getting a sequel, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to see more of that, and the Bros Before Hoes situations, and more Slendermans, and Michael Myers Love Slaves, or what is it, Love Childs. But yeah, check it out on YouTube. We're gonna move on to some more we're going back to Netflix, girl, because I was Netflix and chilling on my own. Mind you, I'm over talking about all this shit. I didn't get all my Blu-rays this week. So this week, we did have Avatar came out in 4K, as well as Avatar Way of the Water, the sequel, on 4K. Best Buy had a Steelbook, Target had stickers. Bitch, not surprised. I went to Target this morning. They actually had their exclusives out. And I picked up, I was like, oh wow, Target got an exclusive for Avatar. And I looked at it, it was just some fucking stickers. Like, bitch, that's why you put it out? Because this is not, nobody wants this? Stickers? The fuck? What you want Way of the Water stickers for? I didn't. But people like stickers, I guess. That shit go. Anyway, so that was that. I ordered both of those, not from Target, I got the Walmart one. Walmart had an awesome Way of the Water exclusive, which is a lenticular cover. Kind of like my John Wick one from last week, but that's not coming until tomorrow, bitch. All my shit always been coming late. But anyways, I can't go to the stores and find anything anymore, but we're gonna get into that shortly. But before that, I wanna talk about Netflix. So have y'all watched Black Mirror? I have never watched Black Mirror, but I watched this season. This newest season did drop. I'm gonna run through these really quickly, but it was 5 episodes. First episode's called Joan is Awful. She's kind of awful, but not that awful, but they made her awfuler than she needed to be. But this bitch, she opens up, she's like going about, drinking her coffee, living her best life. She goes to work, fires her friends. Her friends are sad because we're friends. Why you gonna fire me? Bitch, you're fired. And then she goes, she don't sleep with her husband. She's just a mean person. And then they sit down and watch StreamYard or StreamApple or some shit. Basically, it's a knockoff of Netflix, and she sees her life playing out the same way it played out. She was getting text messages from her ex-husband. She has a therapist. She went to her therapist talking about, I miss my ex, he fucked me better, all this stuff, right? Her ex texts her because he in town, he wanna fuck. And she was like anticipating, oh, should I go to him? I got my new man who's doing me better. He making her dinner and shit too. He a good man. He making her dinner, did her laundry, you know, he a stay-at-home dad type of shit. And she wanted to cheat because she wanted to be that good dick from the ex. Anyway, she goes to hang out with the ex. She goes to dinner with him. Anyways, all that happened before she went home. But she went home to be with her husband. He made her dinner and all this stuff. And she's sitting there, she's watching her life play out. But the character playing her is Selma Hayek. So Selma Hayek is playing her as it's happening. And when it gets to the point of her cheating, the husband's like, wait, this is a lot like you. Like, this is, and she's like getting all antsy, like, oh my God, how is this happening? So this episode is crazy because it plays out like, bitch, how does she know? How is your life playing out on a TV show that's airing? Every little thing. And it just goes from there. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's Jonah's Awful. Next one, my favorites are episode 2 and 3, which is the next one I'm gonna talk about. Next one is Loch Harry, L-O-C-H, Henry. Great movie. This one's about this boy and his girlfriend. He got a black girlfriend too. He Ireland or some shit. He got a leprechaun voice. And then he go back to town to be his mama. His daddy dead. His dad died because he tried to stop this killer years ago. So he's trying to be a filmmaker. So he's filming a documentary in this small town, and they go there, and his girlfriend, the black girl's like, why is this place so dead? It's so beautiful. And then the guy at the bar is trying to, oh, you didn't tell her the story? Because he didn't tell her the story. If she told her the story, that bitch wouldn't have went there. The Blackening. You wouldn't go to no place where people getting killed and chopped the fuck up. Anyway, so he tells her the story and she's all scared. Basically, people who go there, we used to get kidnapped, killed, and tortured, and their bodies would be found. So he's doing a documentary on this. His mom has hella VHS tapes, random ass tapes, right? I'm not gonna spoil it, I want to, because this is so good. So back to Death's Roulette. Watch episode 2 of Black Mirror, please. This documentary one, so fucking good. I think I gave it 4.5. It needs to be 5 stars. I'm gonna go change it. And the ending sat with me. So Loch Henry. So it's a crime. If y'all like crime mysteries and shit, you're gonna like this. The twist. Watch every character because you're gonna be bamboozled. Episode 3, it has Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. He's like, you know, the one that says bitch, science bitch. And you got Josh Hartnett from Halloween H2O with the little stick out faculty, his hair. If I had a wig, I'll show y'all. But anyways, this is another good one, y'all. Rory McCulkin's in it. You know, the killer in Scream 4 that no one cared about, Charlie, and Macaulay Culkin's brother. Anyway, so it stars about 2 astronaut type of people. You know, I don't like space, but this was good. So, and Kate Mara's in this. So they go to space and they have their replica bodies. They sit in this weird chair like Crimes of the Future. And there's this chair. So, and they're in the space, they sit in this thing, it connects shit to their head, and they get sent down to the real world, and they get to be with their families. So Josh Hartnett has a wife and a kid, or whatever. I think his wife and a kid, and Aaron Paul has his wife, Kate Mara, and a kid. So they both have their families. They go there to get away, you know. I guess they're working up there in space, but they go to their families as if they've never left, right? So, I'm not gonna spoil this too much. I'm gonna say the beginning part because this is just in the beginning, but Josh Hartnett goes down one day and Rory McCulkin breaks into his home. He knows about this thing where you go up and down from space. He's saying, oh, you're not real. So he chops his hand off to try to see if there's blood that comes out or if he's like a robot, right? And then he tortures Josh Hartnett, kills his family in front of him, and Josh Hartnett has to go back to space with this. Awful, right? Aaron Paul is his best friend. They're up there in space together. Aaron Paul's dumb as fuck. And this tells a story. Like, don't be giving people your shit because they'll be trying to take it. This one is amazing. It's an hour and 20 minutes like a movie. It's so fucking good. But Aaron Paul character, he gives Josh Hartnett, he's like, you know what? If you want to go to the real world, one day out of the week, I'll let you take my body. So Josh Hartnett uses his body to go down there. But bitch, he starts falling in love with his wife. He tries to take over his life. Bitch, why are you doing this? He's being nice enough. You go get some air, bitch. And he makes his wife feel uncomfortable, but the wife was kind of liking it because Aaron Paul had been fucking her. So she be wanting the dick from her own husband, but it's a different man, but doing different things, right? So y'all need to get your girls and guys and make sure they loved. That's all I gotta say. The ending of this, you might think where I'm talking about right now is where it's gonna go. It's gonna go like he go take, it's gonna twist. Y'all gotta see it. All right, episode 4, it gets kind of wonky, weird. It has Zazie Beetz, gorgeous from the Joker, and she's a paparazzi. It's about this girl that goes missing. She's like a starlet, like a Lindsay Lohan, a Paris Hilton, and this bitch There's thousands of millions of dollars going out to paparazzi if they can snap one picture of this bitch, if they can find her. So that's the story about this. They're looking into that. She's hiding for a reason. That's where the twist comes in. I can't say it because I don't want to spoil this show. Black Mirror, y'all, you know Black Mirror. So if you know, you know, you'll get it. And then the last one is called Demon 79. Takes place in the 70s. It's an Indian girl who has this demon that works with her, like a sidekick type of thing that like pushes her to do certain things. And this is the chillest demon that I've ever seen in the history of life. This demon is an African-American man, and he got his disco hair, he got his disco outfit, very prince-ish and very like, it was great. But he was a chill-ass demon trying to make her do demonic things. And this one was okay, but I think it was too long. So my favorite was this episode 2 and 3. Then I would probably go episode 4, episode 1, and then the 5th one would probably be last, because I didn't, What do y'all think? So if y'all watched Black Mirror, which one was your favorite? I know I rambled a lot about these, but which was your favorite? Let me know in the comments or message me. I wanna know, because it's the first season I've ever watched, and I enjoyed it. All right, guys, so now we're time for Terrell's Tubi time. All right, y'all, we're gonna get into this. So I'm sorry, last couple weeks, I actually enjoyed Tubi. Not this week. Today, we're gonna talk about a movie called Captive. It's on Tubi, and it stars Scout Taylor Compton, you know, everyone's favorite, you know, crybaby. And she is it's another vampire movie. We won't get into it. Basically, it opens up with her best Judy, her best friend, and she's talking about how upset she is because she's with this relationship with this man, right? And she's just like, oh, all he wants to do is have sex, smoke weed, and watch TV. And I'm like, okay. And she's the girlfriend's like, okay, where's the bad shit? I was like, me too. Like, girl, well, that sounds great. That's like my kind of day. Like, perfect. And she's like, I want poetry. Bitch, poetry? You better go get your Dr. Seuss book, bitch, because poetry, this man, when I see what he look like, bitch, he ain't gonna give you none of that. So, girl, you don't open your legs to that, bitch. He ain't give you no poetry. You go marry Dr. Seuss, girl. Dr. Seuss. Anyway, so, green eggs and ham. All right, so we get into it. She's like, oh, I want more poetry, more essays thrown at me, bitch. I guess she's like a what is it when you get wet by books? Was that a bibliophobic? Anyways, so basically, she goes into that, and okay, so she's gonna go hang out with her friends. So she goes to hang out with the boys. There's 3 dudes there. It's a big fat one that was the funny one, and he didn't last long. And you got the other 2 dudes, and then you got the 2 girls. So they're all hanging out, and they're smoking a bong, bitch. I ain't seen a bong like this because it's out of an apple. A green apple, a green one. So they smoking it and the guy is biting it because he's hungry. So you can eat the apple and smoke out of it. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. That's probably the most exciting thing in this movie. All right, so we move on. I'm talking about, oh, I know this place we can go party, turn up, and have a good time. And they're like, oh yeah, let's do it, rock out, you know, white people. All right, and then they go break into this home, and they go hang out. It's all this shit going on, and they heard stuff in the basement. They go to the basement, and there's a man just chained up, right? Weird, right? Wouldn't you think that was weird? You know, you'll call somebody, you leave or something. So they unchain this man, all right? And then they just hang out with him. Bitch, nothing happened. It's so fucking weird. Bitch, you go hang out with him. He goes to sleep, they go on to party, and then Scout to the company gets into her little nightgown and she's hanging out, and her man's already asleep because he's already high. They didn't fuck. So she's like, oh, this is out of the ordinary. So she goes and she sees a vampire. Oh, they didn't know he a vampire yet, but he a vampire. But anyways, he was locked up and they didn't like ask questions. He just, I don't know if he got them in a trance. It's so weird. If you get someone locked up, what you call the cops, ask what's happening, who put you here? Didn't happen. Anyway, so they go outside and they talk, and guess what he do? He feed the bitch poetry. He read essays out of thin air, talking about, she's like, oh, you could see her just getting wet from her little fucking plastic surgery that her face barely moved, but you could tell the bitch was getting wet down there. Anyway, so she's all, he talking to her, and then they actually make out, and then he bites the bitch. Well, I'm cutting through this, all right? This movie bad. Anyways, he bites her, she's like, you gotta suck me next. And, you know, she used to that because all her man wanted is sex. So she sucked him next, and then she turned to a vampire. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe this bitch gonna be a fierce-ass, badass vampire. Nope, she need to eat because she hungry. So of course you're gonna go for the one with the most meat. So you go fight the fat friend. The fat friend was the best character because he wanted to fuck the best friend, but the best friend wasn't fucking with him because he fat. Anyway, so she eats him. Well, she looked like she ate him because bitch, when we see him later on in the movie, he got bite marks on his forehead, his cheek, his nose, his neck, his titty. He all over the place. He got bite marks all over his face. It's so crazy. Like, what kind of vampire are you? I know you're a baby vampire, but bitch, neck, that's the case. Isn't the 1, 2, 3s of vampirism? You know, they go for the neck. Bitch was biting all over his face. He had like little bursts of like red shit all over. Weird. Anyways, so they wake up the next morning, it's breakfast. And she's like, oh, the sun. So they make eggs and bacon. Look good, too. White people, they know how to cook that breakfast. But she couldn't eat that because she wants some blood. But the little friend that they had, nobody checked her for waking up next to Mr. Vampire there. But he's sleeping on fur, faux fur. He got fur just sitting there like, sleep. Oh, what the fuck? Why is he where'd he get the fur from? Anyways, he having a good time. And apparently, as we learn later, that this is a house of vampire hunters, and I guess they like chained him up. But the movie plays out, it's so fucking stupid. The girl, he's like, you have to kill your friends in order to become this one or some shit. She's like, I won't kill my best friend. All right, let's just rewind through this. A party happens, the vampires become vampires. She kills the other friends, but when it's time to kill the best friend kill her, stabs her in the heart. I was like, yay! We'll get into it. And then the vampire has this little one-on-one with her and the main girl. They were fighting. It was great, right? Stupid. She stabs him after a while. And like, okay, cool. She killed both of them. She's the vampire slayer of this movie. You know, I'm here for Buffy. She ain't no Buffy. All right, and then the two vampire hunters come home. So they said earlier, this is the vampire hunter house. The owners of the house come home. They look like they're better known actors. I don't know who these people were though, but they look like they had some money. So they came home and they're like, they had this little monologue and talk about, oh, we're home. And the girl's like, oh, they're vampires. And then he awakened. And then the two little people who are supposed to be hunters ain't hunters. They vampires too. And they're the mama and daddy of the person that was chained up. They chained him up so he didn't get cut loose to go run hell. So he's apparently a Stagro, I don't know how you call it, Stagoey. I don't know what this is, but basically these vampires have not one, but two hearts. So she stabbed one, but not two. Ain't this a stupid fucking movie? Stupid! Bitch, there's nothing exciting about this. I felt myself coming out of the movie. I was bored. I was like, it was like an hour and a half, but it felt like 2 hours and a half, which is bad. Don't put out a boring fucking movie. And how could a vampire movie be boring? It's not like we're watching Aliens. That's boring. But anyway, so you get this, and then this girl, you know, her day is numbered because, bitch, you got two people who are vampires, he's still alive, and then Scatter Compton, who I thought she killed, is alive too! So they all just alive, and the family's like, oh, you turned a vampire? She looks very basic, and I was like, yeah, I agree. That was that. That movie's stupid. Captive. I mean, I felt like I was captive for an hour and 30 minutes myself, bitch. I felt like I was in the movie. I was captive. I wasn't captivated. I wasn't captive. It wasn't a captivating movie. So I watched it so y'all don't have to. So stay tuned, because Tubi got some good movies. They got some little gems there, but bitch, this ain't it. Captive is a 1-star movie for me. 1. I try to find something redeeming for this. I don't like giving out 1s. Children of the Corn gets a 1. Firestar, you get a 1. This was just so boring. I don't know what to say. I tried. And Scott Compton, I used to like you, but bitch, you crybaby ass bitch. Talking about Jamie Lee Curtis like you did. I'll never forget that hoe. Oh, I didn't talk about Sinister Creature Con. I went to Sinister Creature Con this past weekend. That's the end of Tubi Tongas, bitch. That movie was bad. But yeah, if y'all seen it, let me know in the comments. But she was supposed to be at Sinister Creature Con, and my ass was gonna go see her again. I already met her at Monster Palooza, but I went to Sinister Creature Con this past Sunday on Father's Day, and it was fun. I'm not gonna talk about it too much to flick up and rambling, but I met Nick Castle. Let me tell you what this man said. I wrote my name down. He was expensive, but he's the original Shape, Michael Myers from part 1. He cameoed in Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. So I went to go see him, right? So I'm in line. I had to write my name down because I want him to sign my Blu-ray. I want him to sign it to me because I'm not the one that's about to get something signed and sell it on eBay, bitch. I don't sell my shit. My shit's for me. So I put my name. He was like, oh, he old. He went, oh, Terrell. And I was like, yeah. He was like, I've heard of this somewhere. He like this. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, the Terrell Corporation. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He was like, you don't know what Terrell Corporation is? And I was on my phone, I was like, Googling it. He was like, I was like, oh yeah, I played it off. Bitch, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But then I looked it up. He was like, I don't know what movie that is, but it's gonna come to me as he's writing. I Googled it. It was the Tyrell Corporation from Blade Runner. So I said, are you talking about Blade Runner? He says, yes, Blade Runner. I said, yeah, the Tyrell Corporation. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, no, you're good. People call me Tyrell all the time. So it was really funny. So it was an honor to meet this guy. He was super cool. Like with that interaction, he was goofy, he was fun, he was having a good time. His line was the longest out of what I've seen there at Sinister Creature Con, and it was cool. So I got a little picture with him, which is awesome. I also met, the main reason I went was for Rachel True from The Craft, Half and Half, as of recently, Agnes, and went to her. Super nice, very spiritual. She talked about she got a new tarot card thing coming out. she was nice. She signed my my Blu-ray. She asked how I got into the film. I told her about it, and I told her about how my mom loved Half and Half, and that's how I used to watch the show with her. And she's like, oh yeah, hi mom. Like, she wrote hi mom on a little autograph. She was super sweet, super short, and beautiful in person. The bitch doesn't age. She's like 56, I think, and she doesn't age. She looks great. And I was really excited to meet her, so that was fun. I also met Adam Green, who made Hatchet. He had the most merch out of everybody there. He had Holliston comic books. He had every Blu-ray imaginable. He had all these pictures, t-shirt, he had everything. So I actually got my NECA figure signed, and we started talking about how Target don't stock NECA figures. We started talking about his podcast, The Movie Crypt. He said he hasn't missed an episode since he started. He's almost at 600 episodes, him and Joe Lynch. And I talked about how when he came out with Digging Up the Marrow, he started his tour of that film here in Oakland, in the Bay Area. So I remember we went to go see that, and I brought my whole catalog of movies, and I asked him maybe if he might have remembered, and he did. How I had all the Blu-rays, he signed every last one of them. And we started talking about Rock of Love, because he had a podcast with Daisy De La Hoya, who got a spinoff. She's on Rock of Love 2, and she did her own show called Daisy of Love. So basically, we started talking about fucking Rock of Love, Daisy of Love, Target. So it was a cool little conversation, because it wasn't even really about horror films. We started talking about random other shit. He was hella cool this time, because I've met him 2 or 3 other times, and he's been hit or miss. Very Gemini-ish. Sinister Creature Con, check that out. Ran into Smiles. Shout out to you. Shades, the brown guy on Instagram. Awesome. And yeah, it was a good little event. I also met Dick Winehead. He's from Friday the 13th Part 5, the one that people don't like, but I love, with the imposter Jason, because it wasn't Jason at the end, it was him, because he was getting revenge for his son who was killed at the camp. So that was solid, with the blue on the hockey mask. I met him, hella nice guy. And he's really old though. I feel like when I was talking to him, I had to like really like project. I already talk loud, but I had to like talk louder. Anyways, super cool. Let's get into it. So I didn't get that many Blu-rays today. Today's Avatar Day, and Skinamarink. Bitch, I ordered Skinamarink. That's not coming till tomorrow either. Skinamarink hit Blu-ray, but I ordered the Walmart exclusive. So at Walmart, there's an exclusive steelbook for just like VHS 99. Skinamarink is a steelbook. I know a lot of y'all posted. I saw you, DK, bitch. Yeah, I saw you. You posted the Skinamarink Blu-ray that someone, Nola Horror, that was you. Nola Horror had it, and you put a lighter to it. You were burning this Blu-ray. But I was like, what the fuck? That movie, I know it was not great, but I remember I was high and sick when I watched it, and it was scary to me. So I ordered the steelbook, bitch, for collectible purposes, so I can't wait to see how that looks. But, because we're gonna get into Walmart. But first, RuPaul's Drag Race aired this past week. It had a cool in-world camera story, documentary type of challenge for the girls on All Stars 8. You can watch it on local Paramount Plus. But anyways, the special guest for this was Batwoman herself. And I picked up Batwoman, the 3rd and final season. So I realized I'm a collector and a completist, so I own the first 2 seasons. I've watched the first 2 seasons. I've never seen Batwoman season 3. And when I seen her on Drag Race All-Stars, I was like, fuck, I forgot, I never finished that show. So I got on Amazon that night, last Friday night, and I ordered it on Amazon. It was $16. So I'm excited to finally have the complete series, because this is the final season. I'm glad I got it with the cool slip box. And I love her. She's gorgeous. She was a great guest judge. So check out Drag Race if y'all watch it, All Stars 8. Who are you rooting for? If you guys do watch that, please in the comments just let me know who you're rooting for, because I'm Team Jimbo. Jimbo for sure. And I like Jessica Wilde as the runner-up. But anyways, that's my 2. But I picked up Batwoman, so now I completed that collection with that. The first season was with a different girl, Ruby Rose, I think her name was, Rose, Ruby something. And then she got replaced because she couldn't handle the long work hours. Lazy. And they replaced her with her. So she was in season 2 and 3, and she's the new Batwoman. And it's solid. I mean, I like DC. Batman, Gotham is my favorite on the DC side. I like Marvel, but DC, the Batverse is everything for me. So I'm excited to own Batwoman and to finish the series. And next up, last week, John Wick Chapter 4 came out, and I did reference the Walmart exclusive, and I finally got it. Isn't this beautiful? This is the Walmart exclusive edition of John Wick Chapter 4, and it was hell trying to get this, bitch, let me tell you. So, this is only at Walmart, and you cannot order it at the point when I was trying to get it this past week. I tried to pre-order it because I had a friend whose birthday just dropped a day after this release date, and I was trying to get him this edition for his gift, right? And I couldn't order it. I had a list of stores near me that had it. I checked 7 Walmarts. I repeat, 7 Walmarts. They all said it was in stock. 6 of them did not want to help me. None of them. I said, oh, hey, it says it's in stock. Maybe it's in the back. And one bitch, she was a big bitch too. She was bigger than hell. There was two dudes, they're getting like a computer or some shit, I don't know. I didn't know Walmart sold computers, bitch. They were there. So she had a computer. Anyway, so she was like looking at them like all mean. I was standing in line being patient and she was walking around her little island of her little cashier. She looked so mad. I don't know what they said in Spanish, but she tried to scan something and then it didn't work. And they're like, oh, no say. I don't know what the fuck they were saying. And she went back and she got even more mad. She looked like no one fed her that day. She walked out again. She looked so angry. So I was like, fuck, should I ask her about this? I left. I went to look at the Blu-ray collection. Their DVDs were a disaster. Anyway, so I went back. She was free. She was just standing there looking bored. So I was like, oh, hey, I had a picture of it and everything. I had the number ready for her to look it up, to go look for it in the back. And I showed it to her. She's just like, oh, nope. Everything we have is in the front. I was like, bitch, could you? I looked at her, I was like, oh, well, could you look up the, nope, everything we have is in the front. I was like, bitch, do you want a hamburger? Do you want me to go to McDonald's in the front of the store and get you a cheeseburger? Maybe you will help me? I almost said that. I was to the end of this, because I was like, done. I was like, bitch, why is it so hard for me to figure this out? You have a big banner, let me tell you, right when you go to the end cap, there's a big banner that shows John Wick Chapter 4 exclusive edition. It's in a big bowl. It is a slot for it. It's just not there. None of them are there. Not even the DVD. So I went to go hang out with the family. We all hung out, we watched Sisu. On the way back, I was like, you know what? Let's check Hilltop Mall. I was like, is this place open? It was like 10:30. They closed at 11. This place, we parked. It looked like a dead zone. It was weird. I've never seen a Walmart like this. It looked like it was apocalyptic. So I was like, oh, maybe we'll get, lucky because, bitch, it looked like nobody here. It was scary. I should have took pictures. So we go in and everything's locked up. Deodorant, toothpaste. I went down the action figure aisle. All the wrestlers, Marvel, DC. The whole store was cages except for potato chips, bitch. We go to the Blu-rays and I seen it. There was not 1, but 2 copies of this. Only 2. And I was like, oh, it was like the heaven moment. Go, oh, like that. And bitch, I was so excited. So I got it and I was able to gift it to him and he loved it. It comes with character cards, you guys. And loads of bonus features. It doesn't have that bonus disc that Amazon has, but I love this edition. So that's it for this week's Blu-ray Tuesday with Terrell, guys. And I know it's a lot of movies and shit that y'all gotta go watch. Shows, let me know if y'all seen it. Listen to the Overlook Hour. Stay tuned for Horror Boner with me and Lord Battle, AKA Russell. And yeah, a lot of shit coming up. But okay, until next week, guys. Bye.